Greetings everyone. I decided I was going to pick up a brand new webcam. This is the Logitech, the C920, and this thing is really amazing. I'm trying not to shake the camera too much. I'm just going to turn this around real quick. And it is really beautiful. It's got full 1080p video calling on Skype. It does 1080p recording of video. All sorts of stuff. I'm actually not going to unbox it per se because, well, I don't know. Let me see if I can. I'm going to unlock the focus here real quick. Oh, come on. Let's see if we can get some focus. It doesn't want to do anything. Okay. Well, it does 15 megapixel pictures, but I'm probably not going to use it for that. Full 1080p video calling and recording. Carl Zeiss lens 20-step autofocus, which is going to be really nice. Stereo audio with dual mics. I'm not sure I'm going to use that. Faster, smoother HD on more computers. I think it's actually USB 3. You can actually look at the comparison right here between it and various other models. Let me see, there we go. And this thing actually has native encoding with chipsets built into it for H.264, which means it's actually going to be very good for YouTube. That will save me a lot of time. The Carl Zeiss optics is kind of just a bonus. The dual stereo mics, I don't know if I'm ever going to use them. I'm probably going to turn them off, but we'll see. So one quick thing I wanted to comment on before I actually hook this thing in. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. It's real nice. It feels definitively weighty in your hand. It feels nice and heavy, which is actually really good. You'll notice it's actually got, let me see if I can do this with one hand, a stand. Expands out like that. And it's even got a little lip that you can flip up here to clip on the back end of monitors on the underside, whatever you need to. But the perk on this is height adjustable this way, by the way. I do not think it swivels, but you don't really need to because on the bottom there is a screw, which is, I can't remember what the measurement of this is, but it's basically a standard tripod screw mount. And I actually happen to have this little thing. This is a SEMA I got from I think I got it from photojojo.com with something else. It's a simple little tripod. It's real nice. I think I'm going to mount it on this instead of having it up above my monitor. I've discovered putting things on the top lip of my monitor is a little bit too high. So I'm probably going to have this tripod mounted between my two monitors, the lower vantage point. I think that's going to be really good. So I'm actually going to get this hooked up now, for real this time, and we'll get some camera quality tests going, see how it's like. Be right back. And here we are. This is the C920. Let me turn something off here real quick. Sticky that. And I'm just going to do, boop. This is the actual C920. It's an amazing quality of camera. I have it zoomed in slightly. There's 20 different steps to zooming. It's not just a seamless zoom. It's actually using optical step zoom. And because it's got Carl Zeiss lenses or something. And you can see little components move when you actually use the zooming function. It's really nice, which means it maintains a good amount of quality all throughout. But basically, I'm really impressed with the camera. The camera's got a lot of great zoom functionality. It's got a wide range of view. I zoomed it in a little bit specifically because my green screen stops. Let me see if I can right about 2 inches that way. And 2 or 3 inches that way. My green screen stops. My green screen also goes about 3 or 4 feet that way. However, it goes down, it stops at the arm of a couch right here. So there's issue with bringing it all the way down to ground level right now. So I have to kind of zoom it in a little bit and get a little bit of a kind of a cutoff, kind of a headshot, so to speak. And it's really great quality. It's got autofocus. Let me see if I can And it does mess with the... That's my simple ring tattoo. It does mess with the focus, I mean the white balance a little bit. Right now I have white balance turned on. I think what I'm going to do though is turn that auto white balancing off, because it, you know, if you notice, you see the edges and then it gets lighter. That does affect green screen quality. So what I'm probably going to do is set it to a specific white level and leave it there, and then I can adjust my lights accordingly. Now, another thing I'd like to remark, I only have one of my normal lights up. Directly behind that camera is a big tripod-mounted umbrella. It's got a soft white diffuser umbrella, lighting setup, the whole 9 yards. I got it for about $60 on Amazon, 50 or 60 bucks, and it was a kit from Limo Studios. It's really nice. Comes with a carrying bag, 3 lights, 3 tripods, 2 umbrellas. It's real cool. I have one of those directly over there. Normally I have another one over here to balance out the light so there's even lighting across the green screen. But the color pickup on this camera is so good and so even that I can just, with the flip of a switch, that's it. I didn't have to actually adjust any settings. I didn't have to change anything. It worked right out of the box. It's really great. I'm impressed. Now, the only thing you'll see is right back here. You'll see a little bit of fuzz. It is basically anti-aliasing, or I don't know what that's called. I call it fuzz. But there's a little bit of that fuzzy kind of an effect across the back of my silver microphone. That does kind of make me wish that I had one of the black matte ones, but that's okay. I like my flashy silver one too. So, yeah. I've got my microphone here, and I can even, it's even color accurate enough that I can put Hangudon back. Hangudon is Godzilla of the Hello Kitty universe, basically. Well, creature from the Black Lagoon of the Hello Kitty universe, but whatever. You get the point. So, color correction is, now see, that's a little bright. I do need to drop down the brightness of it. It's that white balance all over again, but the color correction is close enough, is good enough. My other camera was, you'll see just a little bit of artifacting right across this top edge here. And my camera was picking up most of this thing as being some form of green. So it's very interesting to see. And you'll see it still gets a little bit of it when you get on a shady spot right there. But it is far less of an issue with this camera than it was with my other one. So this is almost like a really good test object for me to use to see what kind of settings and camera quality. But I'm very impressed. Very, very impressed. I mean, you can see, even with just a little bit, it's still way lower than it was in my previous camera. So it's not really an issue. I am very impressed with this thing all told. I'm actually going to flip this back and go back over here. I'm very impressed with it all told. It works really, really well. I think it's going to serve really good for blogs. I think it's going to serve good for streaming. And maybe I can, it's got a long cable to it, 6-foot cable, USB, which is really nice. I can move it around a little bit. It actually has that tripod mount on the bottom. So what I'll probably actually end up doing is I'll be able to use it for other things. I'm even considering getting an arm, an articulating arm, to put on the back of the table right here. And basically have the camera to where I can have it in one lock position or swivel it out into other purposes later. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. We'll see. But I do think that could be very cool. I would like to do a straight down to my white desktop surface right here so I could actually do hardware reviews and unboxing videos and stuff like that here on Vaygrim's Rest. I think that would be neat. But I need to make some connections first before I can actually start doing hardware reviews. It's not as simple as that. I could do it the sleazy way, and I don't like this, but what some people do, well, they'll order something and then return it to the website saying it was defective, and they'll only use websites and companies where they can get their money back guaranteed with an open box. So they can get it, do a hardware review on it, test it out for a day or two, and then immediately send it back. That's costing the company money. That is costing the company money, revenue, and time. And every time somebody does that, they're driving the prices up for the rest of us. And I'm not a fan of that. I would rather do legit hardware reviews from a company. They send me something, I review it, and send it back. I don't want to do the shady hardware reviews. I'm not a fan. But anyway, I would like to. I think it'd be cool. Get this camera and point it straight down so I could do a top-down unboxing, hardware show-off, stuff like that. I think it could be really, really nice. But that's in the future. That's long term. The only downside to this camera right now is you can see every single inch of fuzz that I'm showing off the fact that I need to shave, and every other flaw and imperfection. But we're all human. We all have our flaws and frailties, so we'll get used to it. It's okay. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. On the agenda today for Vaygrim's Choice, second channel, is Dragon Age Origins Episode 3. There's going to be another episode of Vaygrim's Chance on the primary channel tonight, but it is going to be a late episode because I have a whole bunch of stuff going on in the office today. But it is going to be coming up later tonight. Tomorrow is Alan Wake and Project E Part 3. So keep that in mind. Until then, I will see you guys later in the week, and I hope that you actually are enjoying me having a legit and better quality camera to work with. Hopefully we can get in some trouble with it and actually do some creative things. We'll see. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.